In Japan, inside ordinary bedroom closets and tucked beneath folded futons sits a hidden fortune, over $700 billion in physical cash. This is the phenomenon of Tansu Chokin, literally, wardrobe savings. Millions of people are quietly opting out of the traditional banking system, choosing physical control, absolute privacy, and total self-reliance over digital balance sheets. But this isn't just an eccentric story about Japan. It's a psychological blueprint for your life. Today, you're going to learn why holding on to tangible reserves changes how you handle fear, discipline, and modern financial chaos, and how to apply this centuries-old Zen mindset to reclaim control of your own focus and wealth. Meet Kenji. It's 1:15 a.m. in a cramped Tokyo apartment. Kenji is 34 years old, staring at a flashing laptop screen, watching his monthly savings account earn less than a single yen in interest. His digital balance feels abstract, constantly drained by subscription fees, impulse online buys, and invisible transactions. Like millions of working adults today, Kenji feels financially hollow, trapped on a digital treadmill where money enters a bank account and vanishes before he ever touches it. He is exhausted, hyperstimulated, and constantly anxious about the future. Chapter 1. The Illusion of the Digital Screen. Kenji's breaking point didn't come from a massive crisis. It came from a single power outage. On a rainy Tuesday night, a sudden blackout knocked out local card terminals and ATM networks across his neighborhood. With no physical cash in his wallet, Kenji couldn't even buy a warm meal. He stood in the dark, realizing a sobering truth. His financial security was completely virtual, dependent on a fragile network of servers and electricity. In Zen philosophy, there is a fundamental concept known as Genjōkōan, engaging directly with reality as it exists in the physical present, rather than through abstract mental models. Modern finance has abstracted money into invisible numbers on a glass screen. When money becomes friction-free and invisible, your brain loses respect for its value. You swipe, click, and invest without feeling the gravity of the exchange. The first step in Kenji's transformation was breaking the illusion. He walked to an ATM, withdrew his monthly discretionary budget in crisp physical notes, and brought it home. For the first time in 10 years, he held his labor in his hands. Chapter 2. The Zen of Tangible Friction. Kenji bought a traditional wooden tansu, a minimalist, multi-drawer cabinet crafted from paulownia wood. He designated one wooden drawer as his physical reserve. Every week, after paying his fixed overhead digitally, he placed a specific portion of physical cash into the drawer, stacked neatly alongside a handwritten leather ledger. This is where behavioral psychology meets ancient discipline. When you use digital currency, the pain center of your brain remains dormant. But when you physically hand over paper currency or manually place it into a dedicated wooden vault, your brain registers a real loss. Friction is created. Kenji noticed an immediate shift in his psychology. The urge to buy meaningless daily distractions collapsed. By physically moving paper into a drawer, he built a sensory anchor. He wasn't just saving money, he was training his impulse control. In a world optimized to make spending effortless, deliberately adding friction back into your life is a radical act of self-mastery. Chapter 3. The Fortress Against Volatility. Why do millions of Japanese households keep over 100 trillion yen hidden in their homes? It isn't just about low interest rates. It's about crisis survival and mental peace. Japan sits on major fault lines, regularly facing earthquakes and natural disasters where power grids fail in seconds. When systems collapse, cash in a closet is the only currency that functions. Kenji realized that his mental health was mirroring his fragile digital setup. He was running his mind at zero reserves, fully exposed to unexpected life shocks, job shifts, or sudden market downturns. By building a dedicated Tansu reserve, an unshakable, offline cushion equivalent to 3 months of living expenses, his background anxiety dissolved. The cash in the closet wasn't meant for speculation or short-term trades. It was a physical fortress of peace. When you know you have an untouched reserve, your relationship with risk completely flips. You stop operating from a state of quiet panic and start acting from a position of calm, unyielding strength. Chapter 4. Striking the balance between privacy and growth. As Kenji's closet reserve grew, he encountered the ultimate modern dilemma. Stashing physical cash grants total privacy, zero counterparty risk, and deep psychological grounding. But held too long in an inflationary world, idle money quietly rots. Japan's government recognized this exact problem, launching massive campaigns like the tax-free NISA initiative to encourage citizens to move stagnant closet cash back into productive investments. Kenji didn't abandon his Tansu. Instead, he refined it into a 2-tier system of Zen strategy. Tier 1 is his Tansu Chokin, a fixed, non-negotiable physical anchor for absolute peace of mind and emergency sovereignty. Tier 2 is his growth engine, automated low-cost index investments funded strictly from the discipline generated by Tier 1. He stopped looking at money as a tool for vanity and started viewing it as a tool for autonomy. You don't need a wooden chest in Tokyo to execute this. You need to stop living entirely in the digital cloud. Take a portion of your wealth offline. Feel the weight of what you earn. Build a tangible fortress that no algorithm, server crash, or market panic can touch. When you master your tangible reality, your mind follows.